It felt a huge privilege to be able to work on the Diverse Voices Award. I've been a judge with the Diverse Voices competition for the past 4 years, and I think it felt an enormous joy that things have moved on and we're looking at published books and looking at establishing a base of already published books and helping to connect audiences with those fantastic titles. It's important that all manner of types of diversity is reflected in children's books. Children's books are portals into different worlds.
Books should reflect the world into which we are introducing our children. We live in a very, very diverse world and a global world, and our children are entitled to be engaged with the world when they are becoming members.
The value of fiction is to develop empathy. If you read a good story and it has an impact on you, you're putting on another pair of shoes and walking around in them. And you see the world through a different pair of eyes, and you become that person for a little while.
I think it's important that we have cultural diversity represented in children's books, because it's essential that their own experiences are reflected in what they read, so that they don't feel invisible or unimportant or marginalised in society.
I just write about what I see around me. And for this particular book, I was actually living in a group of 350 refugee families, and so it became a natural thing for me to write a story initially really for those children and their parents.
You want to see the world that you see reflected back in what people are able to pick up and read.
It's important to tell stories to children about the whole world and how it looks, and the world is diverse, and not to tell diverse stories is not to be a storyteller. People want to understand about the world, not just the street in which they live.
It's a privilege, a real pleasure, and because of the Diverse Voices initiative, it means that the books would get the exposure that these books need so very much.
I'm very pleased that Jonas Joberg is on this Diverse Voices list. It will be 30 years old next year, because of his 30th birthday. And at the time when it came out in the middle of the 80s, 1985, it was extremely difficult even to find a publisher first.
It was a story that went straight to your heart. Mary Hoffman didn't cover up any issues. She really went for the main reasons why people do the biggest thing in their lives, leaving home. And she didn't hide from anything. And I think that's why it's become the most important book about refugee children.
Well, it's fantastic. I love being here, and it's good that although there aren't enough books, it's good that there are so many out there to have at least 50.
And I'm lucky enough to have 2 books on this list, and one of them is Amazing Grace, which is a book that's coming up to its 25th anniversary. But it's been such a wonderful book for me, and I wrote it from the heart, and I'm just so pleased that it's reached a lot of other hearts in the last 20 odd years.
Hello, I'm Eileen Brown. I'm the author and illustrator of Hand of Surprise, which is on this great list. It's fantastic having a book represented, because this is such a great list. All the books I've had a look at some of them, and it's a really good mixture of all kinds of different diverse books.
Miss Lucy had a baby. She named him Tiny Tim. She put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate a bar of soap. He tried to eat the bathtub, but it wouldn't go down his throat. Miss Lucy called the doctor. Miss Lucy called the nurse. Miss Lucy called the lady with the alligator purse. In came the doctor. In came the nurse. In came the lady with the alligator purse. Mumps, said the doctor. Measles, said the nurse. Chicken pox, said the lady with the alligator purse. Out went the doctor. Out went the nurse. Out went the lady. with the alligator guys.